Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good afternoon. What a great March day it is. Willow and Harry are agreeing. They're already barking like crazy. So, welcome. I wanted to hop on today and just say hello, say good afternoon, let you know about a few things that are coming up, guys. I'm so excited about this. Tomorrow, Katie Trotter and I are doing an amazing workshop. And I'm going to give something away in the workshop. I'm going to give an hour session with me on the workshop. So make sure that you sign up. And the easy way to sign up is you go to www.3, the letter R, the letter S, workshop dot RSVPIFY.com. So 3R's workshop, RSVPify.com. Sign up. It's free. It's 2 hours. It's 2 o'clock tomorrow, Central Time, 3 o'clock Eastern. It's for a couple hours. Again, free Zoom workshop. And I'll send you the Zoom link. And for all that are there, later on, towards the end, I'm going to put all of your names in a bowl, and I'm going to pick somebody up. I'll pick somebody up. I'm going to pick them up. I'm going to pick your name out of the bowl, and I'm going to do a free session, a free 1 hour session with me. So let's talk a little bit about it. First of all, let me know where you're watching from, who's on here. I see Nan is on here. Good afternoon, Nan. Good to see you. Tell me where you are. Tell me what you're doing today. Let's chat for a little bit. Now, the name of the workshop is Recharge, Refocus, Renew. What a great name, right? Recharge, Refocus, Renew. Because what do? We go, and in January we get our resolutions, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and we're going to do all these great things, and then sometime in January or the next day or sometime in February, those resolutions are gone, right? And then what do? We beat ourselves up. So being the first day of spring, thank God, right? Being the first day of spring tomorrow, what a great day. Or today, is today spring? Today's spring. Is today spring? I always get confused if it's 20th or 21st. Anyway, be today or tomorrow that it's the first day of spring. And oh my gosh, and she's here. Katie Trotter, would you like to be on air with me so we can talk about it together? You're more than welcome to. Just let me know, and I'll pop you on, and you and I could be on here back, talking side to side. Let me know. I'd love to have you on here. It's today. Thanks, Jenny. Today at 4:53 a.m. Well, happy spring, everyone. Happy spring. So I am excited to be having spring today. Happy spring. So what a great way to spring into action is to just go for it, right? Thanks, Katie. Just go for it. To just say, hey, Dawn Silver. So good to see you on here, Dawn. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good to see you. Dawn, you guys used to own Healing Earth Resources, a beautiful store in Chicago. It was a crystal metaphysical store, wonderful food. They had a great cafe. And Dawn was on earlier last week, and she does astrology. She talks about crystals. Phenomenal woman, and so much information. John, feel free to put your information in the comments so people can see how to get a hold of you. Okay, so like I said, we're going to spring into action, right? Spring into it. So we need to refocus. We need to recharge, first of all. Okay, stop beating ourselves up. We cannot beat ourselves up. It's so important not to beat ourselves up. And after we recharge, all right, we're going to take a chill, and then we refocus. What is it that really do we want? For example, You wanted to lose weight. You wanted to lose 10 pounds a month. Is that realistic? If it's not realistic, then let's refocus on what would that look like. And then let's renew that contract to ourselves. Let's renew that promise to ourselves. Let's renew our way of visualizing it. So important. So important. Hello, Julie. Good to see you, and Sue. And thank you, Priscilla. Give me a moment. I want to invite Katie on here. So Katie, check your email, because I'm going to send it to your email. And I'm tilting the camera here on Instagram. So I'm still going to post this on Instagram. Oh, God. Katie, I hope I have your email on here. If not, you know what I'm going to do? That's too complicated. Hang on. Cancel. I'm going to see, this is the high-tech fun stuff, right? So I'm going to copy to the clipboard. I'm going to go, hey, George, good to see you on Instagram. So good to have you on here. Katie, I'm going to go to Facebook and Facebook message the connection so that you could be on here, and you'll see it, and that way it'll be easier. And my friend George is from Canada, and George and I met years ago, like literally years ago. And this is the problem with Facebook now, guys. It's so high tech because you have to switch profiles, and it doesn't let you do what it used to do. So I'm going to Katie, and there you are. Thank God. Thank God I have my dad's gift to gab, you know, and my dad's way to stall everyone. The Emily Mack. Hi, Emily Mack. Good to see you on here. Thanks for being on here. And I'll let you know what we're talking about in a second. As soon as I, whoops, and edit and paste. There we go. Excellent. Katie, just let me know when you, well, I'll see you when you're on, and we can do this. So like I said, guys, for those of you that just popped in, we're doing a free workshop tomorrow. It's on Zoom. So come and join me and Katie on Zoom tomorrow. Now, I'm just going to tell you, Katie was the lighting director for the Oprah show for 10 years, and she actually won an Emmy. And I'm so proud of her for doing that. And we met through a mutual friend, Emily Loftus, and it's just been like I've known her for a long time. So she's just wonderful. She's a wonderful person. Hi, Diane McHugh. Good to see you. Nice to see you on here. Katie, you're going to need Chrome, I think. Yes, I know, George. Wow, right? So we're going to talk tomorrow about how do we recharge, refocus, renew. Because how many of you have resolutions that you've made beginning of year? And I'd love to hear what they are on both Instagram and on Facebook. Like one resolution that you made for the year that you haven't really, it hasn't worked out. And no shame, guys, and no judgment. That's the important thing. No shame, no judgment. Why are we so mean to ourselves? Why are we mean to ourselves and we beat ourselves up? That's a question that I always ask. And I've done it. I've done it myself. Totally beat up. Now, while I'm waiting for Katie to come up, I also want to tell you about tonight, guys. If you haven't joined my email list, and if you are on my email list, send me a question, a non-yes or no question. We're doing messages from above tonight. So talking to angels, talking to spirit guides, talking to possibly your past loved ones. Send me a question and we'll do that, and it'll be fun. And I might have you on like Katie's waiting in the wings. Waiting in the wings. You look fabulous, girl. You look great. Look, I just got out of the shower and didn't even put any product in my hair. So I'm like, oh, who cares? And that's the thing, guys. Who cares? Are you here to see this? Or are you here to hear this? For all you single people, if you're here to see this, hey. I can't believe I just did that. Oh my God, Katie, that is just so, I know, right? Right? Crazy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing excellent. Don't you love these impromptus?
I kind of do.
Yeah, me too. And you know what I love about you is that like we have the same vibe. It feels like to me.
We totally have the same vibe. And it's crazy how we just like, it's like fire, man.
Yeah,
Get
let's
going.
do it. Let's do it. And so like someone said, okay, we're gonna go to a couple of these. And Instagram, please feel free to pop in and tell us what did you guys do as a resolution that didn't happen. So Mary said to start enjoying life again.
Very important. And I think everyone gets stuck with that, right? Like we get into these little moments of just dealing with every day, get through the schedule.
Right.
And you look back and you're like, I'm not happy. But I did everything I was supposed to do today.
Right. But what did you do for you?
For me?
Meaning like I did the dishes. I did all these errands and check.
And leaves you with nothing.
Right. Did you buy yourself flowers? Did you take yourself out to lunch? Did you buy yourself lunch and like, all right, I'll go back to the peanut butter and jelly sandwich because I got so many things to do.
Yep.
What did you do for you? Or did you just sit outside for 20 minutes? No cell phone, no nothing, and just take it in.
Yep. I like to call it be still.
Be still. Be still, be you.
Mm-hmm. And I had to remind myself multiple times. I even put it on a bracelet and I'd wear the bracelet around. My husband would see me. If he saw my face stressed out, he'd be like, look at your wrist.
That's smart. Did you get one of those thingy-majiggies? The chicka.
Yeah. And it says right there, I was like, boom, I could look right at it. So I was like, yep, you're right.
And guys, if you want one, go to chicka.com and then
we'll start marketing that. Chicka. You'll see it soon.
Yeah, you'll see it soon. All right, let's go with some of the other people. Diana says, working on me. Okay, so here's the thing, guys, and Katie and I have talked about this, and we'll talk more about it tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Working on you. That's like this huge thing of, okay, I'm going to outdate myself. Think about those of you that are my age will know what smorgasbords are.
Oh, I know what a smorgasbord is.
Okay, let's but you know, where you go to all you eat buffets, is that thing, Diana, too much of a smorgasbord for you? Because working on me, what does that mean, working on you?
Right, that's a big ask.
That's a huge ask goal. So what we want to do is, how do you eat an elephant? You eat an elephant one bite at a time. I know, Katie, I got to pull these out from somehow. So, hey, it's an impromptu.
Be laughing the whole time.
It's an impromptu, you know. It's, you know, all we need to have is Lisa Critch on here, and we'll be in.
Watch out! I just saw her yesterday.
We'll be in serious problems. But everybody on Instagram and on Facebook, what we're talking about is, how do you renew? So that thing is, okay, let's recharge. Recharging is forgiveness. Wouldn't you say, Katie?
Absolutely. And it's about taking that moment and taking that time for you and not feeling guilty.
Yeah.
Because you have to recharge or you cannot go forward.
Right. And I'm sure Katie has wonderful, 10 years of the Oprah show. I'm sure you just like absorbed all that knowledge.
I've been Oprah'd.
I've been Oprah-fied. Oh, we could get shirts. I've been Oprah-fied.
Be like, what are you wearing? Sorry, Miss Winfrey.
I love it. So Ellen says, lose weight. Ugh. Okay, I'm sure that's a big thing. How do you recharge that? Recharge it.
I just did that.
Okay, and how do you do it?
Well, I like to say that a friend of mine actually told me this. Weight loss is personal. So when you talk about weight loss, like that has to be something that comes with you, because no matter what you sign up for or what you try to do or what diet's out there that you're like, maybe this one will work. If this isn't going to do it, none of it.
Going to your head and then going to her heart, just so you guys on Instagram can see.
I can't see. Yeah. So if your mind, because the mind's tricky, Mind plays games all the time. So you have to lead with your heart saying, this is what I want. Stop mind. We're doing it, and commit. And then really it's about finding that plan that worked for you. I have one that actually worked for me, but I had to commit first before I could ever just do that and jump into it. And it did. And I can talk more about that later, but like, it was about me deciding first and committing. Much like I need to work on me, right? When you're saying those things, these are all things we're going to talk about more in depth, where it's like, you have to do it here in your heart before you can try it. Otherwise, your mind's going to be like, we're good. Let's go get a chocolate shake.
And
you deserve it.
Okay. You had me a chocolate shake, Katie.
I know. And now you want one, don't you?
Right. Of course. Thank you for that. But because I'll tell you, so last night after the Past Lives workshop,
which is awesome.
Thank you. I needed just a little something, just a little something. And there wasn't a little something in the house. So I'm like, I just want a chocolate covered marshmallow egg.
Oh, that's delicious.
So just one. And really, I was going to do two. To be honest, two. One dark chocolate, one milk chocolate, to be honest with everybody.
So you could just have both chocolates.
Right. And that's it. Y'all know that I have a sweet teeth.
I do.
So yeah. So I went to the store and I got it. And then as I turned the corner, what did you know? There was this eclair pie. Now, the pie was the size of my palm. So it wasn't big.
Okay.
But I was like, oh, okay. Well, what happens if it's yucky? Well, if it's yucky, you got the marshmallow eggs, so you can just toss it out. All right, no problem. Turn the corner. Turtle brownie cookies. There were only 6 of them.
Only.
Well, it could have been bad. If it was a dozen, I wouldn't have gotten. Oh, I gave that away. I wouldn't have looked at them if it was a half a dozen or more. So then I said, well, what happens if these are bad? Well, you know.
What happens if this is disgusting? You're worried about having your chocolate and not barfing it up.
Right. So I got the cookies, the pie, the marshmallow eggs, which were not one because they only came in a carton.
How many were in a carton?
12. So, and then as I'm leaving, there's a small little tiny chocolate cake I'm set for 5 days. I'm really set.
You did not eat this all last night.
I had 2 marshmallow eggs, 1 bite of the eclair, which was not bad, by the way. And I had the turtle brown cookie. I didn't have the chocolate cake, though. But I did have the brownie cookie. Not my favorite. I zapped it in the microwave.
And get a little warm.
A little bit in the microwave for warm. And no.
Well, I'm not judging you. It all sounds delicious, to be honest.
So I get the losing weight. But here's the thing, guys. I clearly don't want to lose weight yet.
Nope.
I clearly don't want it. The heart needs to talk to the brain. And my heart, what am I doing? Okay, I just got divorced a while ago. So I'm still protecting. I'm still not, as much as I promote self-love, self-esteem, I have it. But I'm being honest about myself. I'm not, if someone's going to love me.
Working on you.
Right.
It's constant. It never stops. I will tell you that. I'm hourly working on myself. Like sometimes I have to take a minute, because it just depends what's being thrown at you. So it's not like we have an end all be all answer. It's more of this path that you can project yourself to go on and get there. So yes, maybe you're not ready right now. That doesn't mean you're not working on getting ready though.
Right. George on Instagram says it's about understanding your attachments to food, similar to attachments to smoking. You have to understand the difference between physical and psychological attachments. These are my opinions. Yes, and I would agree with you.
Yeah.
Because being Greek, George, as you know, what do? You're sad, eat something.
Italian.
Right, it's the same thing. Right. Yeah. The Mediterranean culture is food is nurturing.
It's going to help you. Just eat.
And
you can't be healthy unless you finish your whole plate.
Right.
You have to do that.
And have seconds. to make them happy.
Right. Because,
Right.
you know, you obviously it was good. You ate it all. Aren't you still hungry?
Right. But here's the thing. The food can be healthy and good for you if it's the right food.
Correct.
Right? So when you really look at the Mediterranean diet and you really look at like Greek people, I know, Italians kind of, the same thing.
Same.
Tomato salad. You have tomato, you have olive oil, you have onions, you have cucumbers, you have feta cheese.
Clean eating.
Clean eating. It's called a horiatico salad. And that it means village salad.
What does that mean? Okay.
Let me say it with a Greek accent. Village. It's a village salad. So the village salad is really good, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you have? You would also have spinach. You would also have fish. You would have all the healthy, seed to table, farm to table food. And then you would enjoy something. You could enjoy, I don't really like baklava. It's not my favorite.
I can do a little bit. It's real sweet. So I'm like,
super sweet.
I have a sweet tooth, but I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, too sweet for me. I do like a lot of other
things, right?
Let me tell you. Clearly that the chocolate's not a problem for me. Everyone's like, oh, do you know chocolate gives you cold sores? I'm like, nope.
Haven't had one yet.
No. Walnuts, yes. Chocolate, no. So Julie says eating my feelings. Now Karen would like to eat the elephant with hot sauce. Out away, girl.
Yeah. I put hot sauce on lots of things too.
And Mikey says, greetings from Chicago. After my 12 sweet addiction step work, I learned I'm thirsty before I'm hungry. Thank you, universe, my higher power, blessed be. Yes, it's so important. You drinking water in moderation. And when I lost all the weight for the wedding, and I got down to like my ideal weight was 155.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the doctor, he's like, well, the GP is like, well, you could be 130. I go, I would look like Karen Carpenter's love child if I was 130 at 5'4". Have you seen the frame? I mean, it's not like I'm dainty. Let me tell you.
Something important that I learned about weight loss is not necessarily, yes, lose the pounds. It's about inches also. The amount of inches that come off of you is like, oh, I have hip bones again. Look at that.
Right. Well, and my one friend's like, she's like, oh, it's just big bone. I mean, come on, really? Seriously? I was like, yeah, so are the dinosaurs. But I mean, I'm going to, but 155, my ideal weight loss, 160 is what I got to. And it was really cutting down everything.
Yeah.
And I felt great. When I needed something sweet, I drank water or ate a pickle.
Oh, I love pickles.
Yeah. So I like Katie. Excited for tomorrow's.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And congratulations, Priscilla. Priscilla got shot number 2.
I got number 1 today.
How are you feeling?
Good. I pounded water like you told me.
Yeah.
And I've been painting bathrooms and moving all day. I have lots of energy right now. So I'm just burning. Hopefully tomorrow I'm not dead.
Yeah, you won't be. Take Advil or ibuprofen.
I haven't had any pain. I'm like, work it through.
Good. Excellent. I have to lose 25 pounds for much needed surgery, the pressure. Yep, I get it. So this is what we're talking about, you guys. We're talking about tomorrow, how to really recharge your system. How many of you feel this way? And without swearing on here, how many you feel that sometimes you're given a big F you? Oh, you're welcome, Mary. So how many of you feel that you have an F you and you don't see the thank you? What Katie and I are going to do tomorrow is have you look at the F yous and see how you can move through it into the thank you and change it to the thank you. This is our international symbol for changing to thank you. Yes.
I like to do that. I'm Italian. Look at my
Hey, I get it, sister. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this will be the crazy.
There is a thank you there every time. I'm telling you. You won't see it right away because you might be masked by some anger, but it's
or fear, being masked by fear, or judgment. All things, and they'll talk about what does fear mean. And many of you have heard.
Fear is so important to talk about because it can just stop you in your tracks. It can make you ill. It can do so much to you and you don't even know it. And I'll tell the story tomorrow, but it happened to me recently, actually, a a week ago. And I was not in a good place. And I finally took that fear and I hit it head on. And I was like, not today. And I went right through it. And I'm telling you, a weight came off of my shoulders and I could breathe again. That was last week. So it can happen at any time, but you have to recognize it, acknowledge it,
Right.
and then figure out how to get through it.
Right. And like, you know, I've always said, and Priscilla just put it on here, fear is false evidence appearing real.
Yep.
And what is fail? First attempt in learning.
Mm-hmm.
So do any of the Oprah isms stick in your head? Like, do you hear her voice in your head?
All the time. Brush your teeth. No.
Katie, here's a mint, sister.
No. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, she's the thing I learned, the biggest thing I learned from Oprah, and it's not really an ism, but she was so good about spirituality and speaking about that and learning it, because she's very much a student, as much, even to this day, as much as she is a leader and a teacher. She loves to teach. That is her biggest thing. That's what she would always have been if she never went into journalism or television. She would have been a teacher. But she definitely taught me to kind of look at the whole universe, like look at all of it and just kind of like know that you are guided about something you can't even explain. And it is putting you through whatever you're going through for a reason. And I think she's definitely been that leader when I needed her. And I was young. I was 23 when I started with her. And I went through, I mean, I was brought up basically by her for her last end of her show. And I watched her as a businesswoman. She always knew. It was called 6 Degrees of Separation from Oprah. She always knew what was happening in the studio. She always found out. You weren't far from her. And I think that she definitely, she taught me, I think, how to be brave, how to work through some of those fears that could be coming. And she was just a great mentor, and she still is.
Yeah. And that's phenomenal that you have that in your back pocket.
Dude.
You know, and what a great opportunity. Now, Jenny said something. What about when you have fear, you acknowledge it, but you don't know how to get through it?
That's a good question. I think you acknowledge it, but I think you have to figure out where that fear is coming from and why. And until you answer that, you're not going to get through it.
The why is the piece.
Very important.
Why is this showing up for me?
Yeah.
Why is this coming through? And what am I resisting? And trust me, I have been there. I have had that dark night of the soul, and I have like cried myself for days back when I, you know, in my early 40s, and, you know, all of this didn't make sense. I wasn't putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And that's why, on behalf of Katie and I would like to suggest that we're going to help you guys with starting to recognize the pieces of the puzzle, because if you don't recognize them, and Jenny brings up a good point, if you don't recognize them, then how are you going to see how they fit?
How do you know?
Exactly what Katie just said. I just put in a different word. Now that I'm just talking, I'm like, what? It's what she just said, Elias.
You reiterated it. It was lovely.
Thank you. And George says, were you silent or were you silenced? You mean when I was younger? Is that what you're meaning? Let me know. So Priscilla, can you put it on again? How they sign up? So guys, tomorrow, free. It's 2 hours free.
Of all this.
Free on a Sunday, everybody. Yeah. Don't ask me why. It must be the chocolate marshmallow egg sugar rush.
No, it's our connection from our past life where we were entertainers.
We're entertainers. Right. With the fans. A lot of fans. A lot of fans.
Sisters.
Sister. That would never touch that sister. So thank you, Priscilla. So here is the information. Again, it's via Zoom, and it is Katie and I. And, you know, Who needs Regis and Kelly when you got Elias and Katie? I mean, come on.
We'll answer all your needs.
All your questions.
And tell funny stories.
And tell many funny
that
stories.
That are true.
That's the part, people, that they're true. That they are true. CLAU_D1 joined. Thank you for joining. We're about to wrap it up. I see. Thank you, George. George says, quote from Oprah in 2021, Megan's interview.
Oh,
silence.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah. Good one, George. Woo-hoo. You're smart. You must be Greek. Smart. Okay. Well, guys, we just wanted to pop on here. Katie, can you wait a minute?
Yeah.
We just wanted to pop on here and tell you a little bit about our workshop tomorrow. Please come join us. We will send you the Zoom link. Tell your friends. I'm going to post a couple things on what am I on? I'm on my personal page, my business page, and on YouTube. I'm all over the place.
I think you're on everything.
Soon coming to TikTok live. Right. Who knows? But Sue says, thank you. Karen says, can't wait. And oh my God, yes, except it's Ryan and Kelly. I know, but remember, I'm older. I am older. I know Ryan. I don't know him personally, but I know it's Ryan and Kelly. I'm more Regis's age than Ryan's age. All right, guys. Thank you, Instagram, for joining. Everyone on here, thank you so much. And hopefully we'll see many of you tomorrow, if not all of you. All right, guys. Have a beautiful afternoon. Happy spring.
Yay, spring.